Okay, so where are we going this time? Grindelwald. Bear with me because this will be a longer video than normal. It's a very short trip from Interlaken by train, and an even shorter trip by car actually. And off we go. OMG, look at the view. Now that's what I call a scenic drive. A little hint here, stay on the right side so you can see this view. Now, Grindelwald is a very touristy town, so do expect a lot of crowds. Our trip here is mainly activities, and Grindelwald's main attraction is Grindelwald's first. Fierst. It's pronounced fierst, not first. Even though it's spelled F-I-R-S-T, but yeah, okay. And how do you get to this fierst? A gondola ride. Who doesn't like a gondola ride? With a view too. We decided to get to the top first and then work our way down. It's a small area and the cliff walk is really short. It takes about maybe 5 to 10 minutes or maybe even less to just walk the entire path. Now, if you wanted to take a photo or video here out in the catwalk, we waited for about maybe 30 to 40 minutes or so, and maybe if you're lucky, you may get photobombed by these paragliders. Now, this yellow paraglider here, man, he was hanging around photobombing everybody for like 20 minutes or so. Some of these paragliders here, oh boy, they were almost like they're trolling some of these people here. They came really close to them too. Speaking of paragliders, yes, this is the filming location for Crash Landing. And yeah, a lot of the people booking the paragliders were Koreans, of course. What do you expect? Now, what you want to do is you want to find when these paragliders set sail. They do not go throughout the entire day. That's why you really want to time it correctly, and you may have to even call them up to find out what that time interval is. As with any vacation, what time is it? It's time to do what? You gotta allot time to do what? Yeah, you know what it is. Well, it's that time. Shopping and eating. Eating and shopping and, well, shopping and, well, eating. After eating, we went back up to do the next adventure. But during the day it was really busy, and as you can see here, only the trotty bike was available, so that's what we did. The bike route for this is about 5 kilometers and all downhill. This bike has no pedals, just brakes, and you'll be constantly clamping on the brakes to avoid going too fast. The spot where you first start and rent the bike is on the first stop of the gondola. And off we go. And yeah, I look weird. Haha, you can see the shadow of the 360 pole right there. Ah, the view is so gorgeous. How can you beat that? The route here is all paved and is used by hikers, trotty bikes, and regular bikes. The mountain carts, however, do not go here. The mountain cart route goes from the second stop down to the first stop instead. And of course, you have to stop here and there, take some photos, do some selfies, and some group photos. Here's where I tried to put the 360 pole perpendicular to me to get a view from the side. It looks okay. It's still wobbly because I was holding it with one hand. Now this is the backdrop. Well, better yet, I think the Zermatt backdrop with my brother biking down was still better though. But hey, I'll take it. Marlon was my cameraman here. Please don't ask me what's wrong with my helmet there. I know it's wrong. Now you probably already know that these bikes do not have a seat. You have to stand throughout the entire process. It's not that bad. You'll get used to it. The end of the route is at the base of the gondola, which is where you return the bike. All in all, I like it. Would I do it again? Most definitely. Now during this time, my brother was doing his hike in Interlaken. So, the next day, he joined us back to Grindelwald for our next activity. As you can see, we went there early in the morning near opening time so that there's no wait. This time, however, Marlon and Terrence will be doing the mountain cart, while my brother and I will be doing the actual mountain bike ride, but this time on a different path. Now this is the first stop. This is where the mountain cart ends and the trottibike starts. As you can see, when people return their mountain cart, the cart's being put up into the gondola and take up to the second stop. Now I'm not sure if that's the glider or the flyer. Either way, it's too short for me to spend money on that one. Maybe it's for somebody, but just not for me. I'd rather do the mountain biking. The cows are out and about during the morning hours, not in the afternoon. They are pretty much somewhat friendly. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're used to all these tourists. But still, be careful. I think my brother has a clip of where one of them was charging at him. I don't know, you have to ask him. For our last activity, we are renting a mountain bike from the top and riding it all the way down to town. Now there's a couple of routes you can take here. I chose the eastern route, particularly because of all the switchbacks you can see at the right side there. The route that Google Maps tells us was incorrect. The actual route is actually below it. However, a couple just came up to me and they said that they had to go around the hill or the northern part of the hill to get to here. And later on, that was also incorrect. And it was an ordeal for me. It would have been much better if it was an e-bike, but they didn't have any for rent. Now we had to do a quick stop here because of, well, goat crossing, hello. What you got in there, huh? Give me some of that food. I know you got some food. Don't give it to me, or else I'ma take it from you. I'ma break your bag. Don't you run away from me. I'm just gonna chew on this tire. Ugh, nasty. That's what you get for trying to block the road, human. Now here's where the divergence comes in. The guide at the bike rental said that the shorter route is to take a right to go straight down to town, or go straight, or the longer route where the switchbacks are. But I just didn't know where at what point of that junction to take it, so I listened to the couple to go around the mountain, to the north side of the mountain. But that means I have to go uphill. Oh, and that was a grueling task. Going down here gave us some variety of terrain, from dirt, large rocks, small rocks, loose gravel, which is actually the worst. But it gave us some cows. Our next stop here is when we finally realized that we kinda took the wrong route. Better yet, the more difficult route. We could have gone below the hill instead of above it, but we would have missed out on all the terrain. Oh, and by the way, yes, you can drink that water. Here's where the clouds start to look like it's going to rain, so we had to double our efforts. This is the reason why I wanted to go on the east side versus the west side, because of the switchback, and it's screaming at me to do this. It's like tempting me, and I had to accept it. Here's where the switchback starts. We were going really fast and in the rain, which isn't very smart here, so don't do what we're doing here. One slip up and it's not good. The road is also used by cars and buses, and you can actually put your bike on the bus itself and ride it up to where we started the switchback. Now why didn't I do that in the first place? Ugh. Now that I'm all soaked, I'm ready to call it for the day. Would I do this again? Most likely, heck yeah. This just means that I'd have to go back there and do it again without the rain this time. So who's coming with me?